Once again, I'm going to talk about Revelation 18:4. Come out of her, my people, so that you will not partake of her sins and her plagues. Now, the root cause of that is because of this churchy religious behavior. That causes religion. It causes law, and law creates currency, money. You see? So I believe very much chapter 18 continues from 17. You know, there was no chapters back then, but Revelation 18 is talking about New York City, Wall Street especially. And the plague is the coronavirus. New York is the worst. But every tree has its root and has its fruit. Now, the cause is churchy behavior. So come out of that way of thinking. But also means New York City. Come out of her, my people. Come out of that system. That city. Because money rules the world. You know, money goes down. Even the armies have to be supported by money. So I realize now that it talks about 3 times a ship captain stay away, and because of radiation. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a dirty bomb. That wouldn't be good for the world. Or maybe it's an asteroid. Oh, and one important aspect, it says in Revelation that the angel picked up a boulder the size of a millstone and threw in the water, describing that this place will be destroyed in 1 hour. Okay? And what does a millstone going to do when it's thrown in the water? It's going to make a splash, like a mushroom cloud. So that's why I know it's radiation. Asteroids can make radiation, but a nuclear bomb, dirty bomb, I think God will warn a lot of people in the city to come out of her, the plagues and this explosion. From the Living Bible version, the men of Nineveh shall rise up against this nation at the judgment and condemn you. For when Jonah preached to them, they repented and turned to God from all their evil ways. And now a greater than Jonah is here, and you refuse to believe him. But if the world repents, God will relent. It's the same always. I'm going to put a video. This was another video where I said something a few years ago. And you're going to see my age. I'm older. Now what's next? Now that Trump, the 7th king, is in play, now we have the 8th king, the religious system that put Trump in office. That is Judaism disguised as Christianity, with its law-based morality and 10 commandments and rules, law, Bible thumping. And if we don't do what Jesus says, he's going to take our money away. Because chapter 18 talks about the great city that rules the world, and money rules the world. And New York City, that rules the world because of money. Like I said in other videos, and all the sea captains will stay far. Why? Because of radiation. And the angel picked up a boulder and threw it down. That way, and that mighty splash, that's how that city will be destroyed in 1 hour. You throw a boulder the size of a millstone in the water, it looks like a mushroom cloud. So I say radiation. So we need to go to greatestonecommand.com and start doing what Jesus says. But this Revelation 18 also talks about buying and selling. The New York Stock Exchange, buying, the terms are from the old way, mirth and cloth, and you can't use computers back then, so it's using its terms, its imagery. And then it also talks about the harpists and the singers, and that's Broadway. The city that rules the world. What rules the world? Money. Money. So something, after that, you need to have a solution. And I think I'm giving a solution. And that solution is, we're all going to fall on our knees, and the only way to come out of it is not another sermon, another lecture, not, unless they lecture this about the Jubilee, what I'm going to say. And that's what it is, to delete all debts and start reboot the economy, which the Jews were supposed to, but never did it. And Jesus announced it. And he announced the reign of God, forgive all debts, heaven and earth. And we've been violating it. There's no statute of limitation. And that's why we've been dying all these years, because we haven't made it heaven and earth. Because you're waiting for the second coming before you do what he says, the first coming. Because you say God is in a building, then you're saying that the Spirit of God is in a box. It's centralized in one spot. That's panentheism. Holy places, holy times, holy substances. God is in this house right here. You got to get away from this caveman way of thinking. Okay? Because you go to church, you feel that you're going to be holy over there, and you don't have to be holy when you come out of it. No. John says, I saw no temple, no church. It's not a place. It's a time in human development, the cerebral cortex in their brain, where they're going to get the idea and understanding that God is not in a building. Never had. Never has. Okay? That was given at Moses, 430 years after Abraham. I know the scriptures. I know the writings. Okay? Until the coming of Christ. Now that Christ has come, we are no longer under supervision of that religious system. Okay? It's faded away. It's done away with. Okay? If you don't listen now, we can repent. God will relent. Just like the city of Nineveh. If you repent, this bomb won't come, or this asteroid won't come. But if you don't listen and don't delete debts and make it heaven on earth right now, not in the church of behavior, then the destruction of New York City will come, and Wall Street. And you know, Wall Street's the leader of the world. Once that falls, the whole global economy is going to fall. All this money, God of money. And we're all going to start doing everything, love expressing itself through faith. A lot of conservatives from Mount Sinai, you got this idea, if you give people free money, they're going to be lazy. Don't you all have children? Don't you all give your children free stuff? Do they all become bad? Some will abuse it, of course, but some are going to appreciate it. And there's going to be more who appreciate it. So don't give this philosophy from Mount Sinai, this GOP way of thinking, if you give money to people, they're going to get lazy and stuff. Nah, everybody's not like that. Only a few. But then they'll learn and grow up. Those are immature people. Let's be patient with them. So please join me at greatestonecommand.com and make the website viral. And let's make it heaven on earth right now. I'm not waiting for no second coming. You're waiting for the second coming. You're denying the first coming. and you're not going to make it, because you're not going to have the heart to enter. greatestonecommand.com.